working on our reconciliation and cognitive dissonance. Reconciliation and cognitive dissonance. This ain't the speech, I'm got a speech coming up about it. Of course, there's reconciliation in your cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance in your reconciliation. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. It don't make sense, it don't make dollars. The country's values go down, then the value of the country will go down. If the country's values go down, the value of the country go down. It's a reconciliation of your cognitive dissonance, or your reconciliation. We're in the process of getting out of the COVID-19 pandemic. You want to get out of the COVID-19 pandemic, say yes, I do. You're saying yes, I do. I know you are. You want to get out of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're at zero micron, Omicron is overcron. We are getting out of the pandemic. The Army is coming up with a vaccine, or has a vaccine, one shot kill all, vaccine kill. USA, we're getting out the pandemic, build back better. We also talk about worship and work. Job 25:6, don't put on my job, worship and work. Part of reconciliation, your cognitive dissonance. Now, what we're going to talk about is freedom of religion. In God we trust. In God we trust. Freedom of religion. Religion is simply what? It's how you live your life. It's the way you live your life. It's your religion. Your religion is your disciplined doctrine, your disciplined rituals. Like you have rituals, things you do every day, or things you do that's religious, ritual. It's a disciplined ritual, that's religion. It's also how you see God, So like we say, it's a freedom of religion. So how you see God, in God we trust, freedom of religion. So how you see God, freedom of religion. It says that you can't establish a religion. That's what our Constitution says. You can't establish a religion. It also says that all are free to worship God however they want. So we're talking about the freedom of religion. So you're free to have rituals. You're free to have a way of life. You're free to see God how you want. What they can't do, they can't establish a way of life. They can't establish rituals for you, and no one can establish how we see God. In God we trust, freedom of religion. Build back better. We're in the process, like I said, of getting out of the pandemic. Our country is a religious country. People follow the laws of the land. They follow the laws of the land, law and order. The Ten Commandments in the Bible is what the law of the land, the written law of the United States is based off of the Ten Commandments. We have freedom of religion. In God we trust. Again, in God we trust, freedom of religion, religious way of life, religious discipline, religion is how you see God. Establishing a religion is against the Constitution. We have freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly. Our freedom of religion, you can establish a religion and people can worship how they want. So once again, you can't establish a way of life, you can't establish rituals, you can't establish how someone sees God. We're free to see God how we want. We are free to have religious rituals how we want, and we are free to have a life that we want. This is America. This is the freedom, democracy, justice, and equality that America is based on. The freedom, democracy, justice, and equality that the America is based on. Free enterprise, hard work ethic, legal money, honest living, and a hard work ethic. Free enterprise, freedom, democracy, justice, and equality. Again, freedom of religion. In God we trust, freedom of religion. We're talking about the reconciliation by cognitive dissonance. And of course, we're going to talk about freeing the dumb. Being dumb with it and dumb without it. Because we're talking about freedom of religion. So we say freedom, somebody says free the dumb all the time. So it's free the dumb of religion. So we're done with it. Done with a way of life. We're done without a way of life. We're done with it. We're done with religious rituals. But we're done without prayer. done without it. Having a God. Say you dumb for believing in God. It's a mystery. It's a spook. No such thing. Done with it. Definitely done without it. You don't believe in God. You're dumb without it, some would say. Again, America is freedom of religion. In God we trust, in God we trust. Freedom of religion. It's part of the reconciliation of our cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance on your reconciliation. Let's get out of the pandemic. Let's get out of the pandemic. Join the coalition for closing COVID. The Closed COVID Coalition. Definitely join it. Definitely join it. We're going to get out the pandemic. If you want to get out the pandemic, just say yes. Yes, you want to get out of it. Yes, yes, you want to get out of it again. I-35 East, 32 states, 11 target cities. St. Louis is the one. It is the epicenter of the pandemic of the COVID-19. And we are in the process of counting down getting out of it. We are closing COVID and we are exiting the pandemic. We are closing COVID and exiting the pandemic. Build back better.